two years at least, but I started to do tests for a year, and then on January I started this project with a new name. I don't know if you like the name, but the idea was to use a new name, since we don't have the fox.org website is also dying like the fox.library. So I wanted people to find the new version online unambiguously. So yeah, Renardo. I started to refactor fox.dot a lot, but basically the core code is still messy, and I didn't touch it a lot. But I splitted the library. Fox.dot is I don't know if you've looked at the fox.dot code, but it's a Python library with everything in it, like with the editor, the library, and also the samples are inside the Python wheels that you download. When you pip install fox.dot, you get waves from wave files from the PyPI. It wasn't great, so I started to chop fox.dot into pieces to make it more consistent later. So it's now you in the fox.dot repository you've got RenardoLib. RenardoLib is the core code of fox.dot. You've got fox.dot editor that I extracted the editor to make it another package or not that is not mandatory at some point, because I don't use the fox.dot editor, and I thought I didn't want it to maintain it really or make it. I want to probably try another native editor at some point. I don't know. Maybe use Flock. Maybe use directly a Flock fork as the default Renardo editor. Something like that. I don't know. But yes, there is 4 parts, and I created 2 new parts in Renardo. Renardo, the package Renardo it's a central piece of software that has a terminal UI. Don't know if you've tried it already, but you launch it from the terminal, and it can help you install all the parts, because I thought, how can we make the thing more easily installable, approachable for people? I thought automatically installing anything is impossible because of all the different OSs and configuration anyway failed. So I rather have a part that guides you, that you can install easily, and that guides you through helping you. Do you have a running super collider? Do you have the class? I cloned the fox.dot Quark, but rather than Quarks install manually. When you Quarks install in super collider, you need, for example, you need Git. And people in Windows don't doing any development don't have Git usually. They don't have Python. They don't have Git. And installing fox.dot used to involve installing Git, then Python, then super collider, then yeah. So Renardo just creates the class, the super collider class for you, and starts the super collider backend for you. So let's try. I don't know if you. I published a new version 2 days ago with some bug fix. A new stable versions, that's 0912. I'm a bit messy in my release, so I usually do 3 releases to not mess up. I need to automate this, but it's automated in GitHub. So normally when I push a tag, it releases Renardo, and I want to build a binary automatically. You know, one of the moves I choose to do to make it more approachable was to use PyInstaller, which is the main library that you can use to do binaries from Python code. To avoid, for example, it's especially meant for Windows user. That I had the experiences during workshops where people have one Anaconda, one old Python, one other Python, 3 to 4 Python environment, and everything's messed up. So the idea of the binary is just you download it and you have a workaround for those situations where people have a messed Python. But it's kind of manual thing to release the binary every time for now. So the binary is not up to date at all, and we won't use it today. But yeah, the idea of the binary is to simplify the thing a lot. If you don't need to develop anything, So yeah, and yeah, there is 4 parts of Renardo. But if you install Renardo, their dependencies install all three other parts, and also a lot of libraries. So yeah, let's go. Who's been trying Renardo before? Okay. It's basically Foxdot with some utility function in, and yeah, it's not much more than Foxdot for now, but it's a bit more. The language is a bit expanded, and there is a lot of synth-def, of synthesizers, a lot more than in classic Foxdot, because I used the synth-def from Jens and Vlad and the pitch glitch fork, if you've heard about it.
Just to give credit, we used a lot of synths from Crash Server.
Yeah, and also from Crash Server, obviously, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there is a new documentation. You can start by looking at the documentation if you like. I don't know, maybe I do the install from scratch in a new virtual machine, so does it work? Yeah, let's... Okay, let's start. Okay. I think it's installed now, but maybe I can. I don't know how to use another snapshot, but anyway. All right. Okay, it looks like it's clean. So I've got a basic. I've got a basic Linux with nothing installed in it, I think. And with, but I installed, you see, I prefer to use PipeWire with PipeWire jack. Okay. I don't know, do you have a Super Collider working? Do you want to try to make it practical? Or, I don't know, as you wish. I can just present things, but I think the idea was to install Renardo, and maybe if we have time in a second part, we can try the lots less stable Reaper integration, because I've been using it for years now, and yesterday it was working. So and I created on a new page on the documentation. It's called Reaper integration, with a disclaimer, because I'm absolutely not sure if we can make it work today or if it's not completely buggy for you because it works on my environment. But the idea is that I use a Reaper as a plugin host, and Reaper is controllable with Python code. So I added some parts, some extension to Renardo. Yeah, where did I put it? Yeah. It's here. Yeah. All right. All right. So let's try to install Renardo, and you give me your what you think about this tutorial. If you don't have Super Collider, I just created a small tutorials to ensure, rather than installing Renardo and then, oh no, it doesn't make sound, but you don't know which part is not making sound, you just ensure Super Collider is working, like by using the Super Collider ID, and then you can just boot the server. And try to make some sound. Okay. But if you've already configured it, it's not necessary. All right. So the cool thing with Pipewire, if you've used Jack until now, is that you don't need to start the Jack server. It's Pipewire it's an underlying modular sound server that can talk with Pulsar audio application, and that can talk with Jack applications. So you don't have this thing that you start Jack and then you cannot see a video on YouTube because, yeah. So yeah, it works kind of good, but there is a little more latency in Pipewire than in Jack, but like maybe 20% slower in my experience, but no big deal. But yeah, when you've installed Pipewire, you can forget about starting Jack server. Test if sclong program is in path, because one of the features of Renardo it tries to start automatically the sound backend. So usually when you install it on macOS, for example, it doesn't go to the path. So you have to either start the backend manually or I've got sclong. Now we need to use this one. Sclong, yay, Super Collider. Okay, install Super Collider. Okay. Okay. Okay, I've got SCLang. Super Collider working. Binary install is not working for now. I think if you've already used Python library before and you know how to handle it, you should still use the library install. Binary install is for people that never had any Python experience before. All right. Then you on Linux on Windows or Mac OS, usually you have a Python environment and you can directly install package inside it. But in Linux, since recently, since a year or two, you're discouraged of installing library with pip directly in your system. So one of the options is using pipex that automatically creates virtual environment for you. There is alternatives to that. So
the path you gave for the Mac is not correct.
Which one? On for SCLang.
For the SCLang, yeah.
Yeah, I guessed it because I don't have a Mac. So what's the real one?
There's a Super Collider folder before, right? I guess it's application, Super Collider.
I can send it to you. I just checked it.
I'm gonna get an old Mac, not so recent, but yeah, contents with a C, Mac OS SC. Great. Contents with an S at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna edit it directly.
Or I can put a bug report on.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, not this one. I know it's another website installation, and it's here. Up like that.
Yes.
All right.
And Michael, when you start Super Collider, install it directly into your applications folder. Because for me, it created a Super Collider folder. So it'd be like applications, Super Collider. I don't know if I made it myself or
Update the latest version of Renardo
we have a
without
Super Collider app directly in the application folder. We have a folder with
sample
application, a folder called
Without
Super Collider,
using
and
your
Super
sample
Collider
folder.
inside the folder.
because if I install maybe it refresh.
No,
I
it
have
doesn't
the
refresh the
applications
samples
and
folder.
then Super
You have
Collider
to
drop
check.
app.
You have to check
Inside
that.
applications.
Open
Like inside the
dot
browser.
conf.
And then if you can open this app thing,
No,
and
no.
there you
Oh,
have
yeah,
the other
because I have one folder before.
What are
No.
sample?
Like I have applications,
Yeah.
then I have a Super Collider folder,
dot conf.
and inside the Super Collider folder, the Super Collider app.
Yeah, that I can. No, I will explain
have it
later.
directly in applications.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
then you
With
need
my
to.
path, I need to put in
You
a
need to
folder.
adapt it.
And then
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. Nothing will. It
So
will
if
not.
I
It won't touch
upgrade,
anything. It won't touch anything.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. So you can pip install Renardo or pipex install Renardo, depending on your.
To upgrade, just the fix upgrade, no.
Pipex install dot. I don't remember. Pipex install. Pipex upgrade. Pipex upgrade. Pipex upgrade. You can Pipex upgrade Renardo if you've used Pipex in the first place. All right. So Okay. So I pipex. Maybe I forgot to say that pipex. You have to launch the pipex intro path command. So it on Linux. At least I never tried on macOS, but it ensures that your local binary folder is in your path. Pipex intro path. Okay. And now pipex install Renardo should install the last stable de la chaîne. Okay. Renardo. You have to reload your terminal, I think. Yeah. Is anyone having trouble doing something, or don't stop me if you're trying to install and it doesn't work?
Yeah. I took a lot of troubles on like making a Renardo package on NixOS, but that's not my battle.
Yeah. No, but we can
like
look at it
on normal
later.
human operation systems, it's working so far. So.
Yeah, Nix is it's awesome, but it's a bit exotic still.
It's for aliens, yeah, but all it.
Like
Yeah.
I think we couldn't install it on English, right?
Well, it works now.
Oh, it works now, perfect.
Looks like yours.
Brilliant. And it
Great.
was
It was just restarting, I guess.
Yeah.
So it depends on starting SuperCollider from the command line. It doesn't work with.
you don't need to start Super Collider manually.
No, I
Ah,
mean it depends on that SC line is in the
Yeah.
past because it uses that, so it
Yeah.
doesn't. Okay.
It launched from Python. It launched a process,
Right.
background process with SC line.
Right. Okay.
But now we can dig a bit. Like now we have auto start, and when you create that, it does the Quarks install for those who tried that. It creates the class, the Super Collider class for Renardo to work. And where does it create it? It creates it inside it's in the documentation too. One of the problem of Foxdot, it was having its own configuration managed in a strange way. So I tried to use something more standard, and I used the standard configuration path. On Windows, it's appdata, Renardo, and on Linux, it's .config.renardo. So, and then, I created the class, and it finds the Super Collider path. So it created, no, it's not here, it's tech. Cat.local. It's Super Collider is local share Super Collider. That's the path where Super Collider stores its stuff. And now there is different things Renardo installed. There is the start renardo.scd. That's basically just doing renardo.start and renardo.midi. It's a clone of Foxdot. And in extension, there is the Renardo class. So it does the Quarks install, but automatically, so you don't, and without Git. So yeah, all right. And then the samples are not downloaded when you install Renardo, because it was not a good practice. Good way to do so, you download the samples. Takes some time, and it downloads the standard Foxdot samples by default. But the idea also was to have an asset manager. Renardo, this central piece is treating Foxdot as a library. but there is another part that's called Renardo Gatherer that will handle all the stuff like downloading different sample packs. That we can start having community sample packs we share together, and you can install the sample from someone else to play his code. Yeah. And sharing also synth-death. It's not already there, but here. But yeah. So it downloads the WAV file slowly. I'm gonna parallelize that a bit. And you can download the pitch glitch samples. There is a documentation of the website about that. But it's once you've for now it's not really integrated. It's more like.
Are you going to plan to do the SDB? Yes. Like you can switch between sample databases?
Yeah, the SDB, or I called it SPAC. You remember?
Yeah,
the parameter I used SPAC, so it's
SPAC, yeah. SPAC, so sound pack. Yeah.
sound pack, yeah, sample pack.
So how, like I got it running now, but how do you test? Is that the next step then when everything is installed, right?
When you
I've got it installed, but I can't test it yet.
why you can't test it? If you type Renardo, doesn't work.
Oh yes. I'm not here.
Auto start.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, this one.
And
Sorry, I didn't.
No. No, it's interesting that it's not that obvious. No, maybe. Okay. Is it working?
No.
Yeah, but your doesn't work on.
No. Yes, you will find it.
Yeah, I'll help you in a sec.
Okay. And when I start Renardo Pulsar, do I need to enable it somehow then?
So, yeah. Then when you've downloaded the samples, if SCLang is accessible or Renardo can find it, he can start the backend for you. Or if you want, you can start it manually, and he will just tell you, okay, it's already started somehow. So, yeah. And if you start it like this, when you quit Renardo, it quits the SCLang backend, so you don't have a lot of backends running. And I didn't install Pulsar here, so it doesn't find Pulsar, but I can still try it with Foxdot editor. But it doesn't work. Yeah, I need to install TK. Okay, all right.
what is TK? Because that's what
Graphics library. Graphics library, right?
Yeah,
That's the Kinter.
Tekinter, yeah.
Okay.
It's the
Thanks.
and it's on Linux. It's not installed by default. On Windows, it's installed with Python, I think.
On Mac?
And Mac, I don't know, maybe, probably.
No.
If you don't have the error, I think it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll try later and we can see.
So auto start.
Because when I try to start with the editor, it gave me can use it. Probably.
And then start Foxdot editor. Yeah, it was the.
What is Pulsar?
What is Pulsar? A Pulsar is another editor.
Okay.
That is better than Foxdot editor because it's the community version of Atom editor.
Okay.
You know, and Atom has been used by the Core community a lot because it's somehow hackable for creating shader in the backgrounds. So Hydra, you can use Hydra in the background of Pulsar, and you can use Tidal, Super Collider. There is extension for Tidal, Super Collider, Foxdot, etc. So it's the most used editor maybe for performances. So I can, okay, this is Renardo editor. It's the same as the old Renardo editor with you've got the tutorials and things like that. But I'm gonna install Pulsar. Yeah, Pulsar. Depends on if you're on Debian-based Linux or on Mac OS or Windows, you have to go to the Pulsar website and download the Pulsar binary. Yeah, and also I wanted to talk about Flock a bit because I don't know. We can try a collective performance if you like.
The most interesting part would be how to run a server. Like, I know you go.
No, it's easy. It's you have to you npx install Flock Web and then it starts a server. So it's really easy.
I had it running on what I showed was Flock local.
Yeah. What I want to do on the dongle that opens the Wi-Fi onto the cloud, I also want to start Flock that automatically as the server.
There is probably options when you start the Flock Web server. There is probably option to configure it.
Okay.
You can add.
I check it. Okay.
Flock is a really smart architecture. Yeah. So it's pretty nice. Okay. And I plan to use this, this terminal UI. Start the DID that is not yet implemented is that I want to have the fox.clock. I want to have an independent window with the fox.clock. If you've tried fox. You may have seen that there is a clock you can display. But if you don't use the editor, it's not very useful. So I want to have an introspection UI for Foxdot when you're performing with any editor. You can have a small window with a clock and see which player are playing, stuff like that. So
how do you enable the clock? We have never heard about it. How do you enable the clock in Foxdot?
Foxdot, you launch the editor and there is a menu. You can have a small clock ticking.
Okay.
But if you Renardo, you can still use. Just mentioning, it's not very important, but Renardo, you've got possibilities to use the classic Foxdot parameter. Launching the terminal UI is not mandatory. You can just launch directly Foxdot editor, for example. But I didn't launch Super Collider, so it won't work. But yeah, here, and I think it's bit counter. Voilà. And it's pretty nice when you're performing. No, I mean you can hear the cycle and launch correctly, but all right. So now that I installed Pulsar, hopefully, yeah, looks like. Launch Renardo, and then I start the backend, and now this button is up. It's not, it's not really explicit, but now I can launch Pulsar. All right. Maybe I just try if it works with this editor first. Yeah, Pulsar is not easy to make. It's not easy to make Pulsar work because you have to tell Pulsar where to find your Renardo, and it depends on what you've done for installation. So you have to adapt. If you've used a binary, or if you've used pipex or pip, or it doesn't install at the same place, you have to tell Pulsar. For now, manually, you have to tell Pulsar.
Can you show us?
Yeah, I will show. Tell me if I'm going too fast, I think, but okay. I launch Pulsar. Have you managed to install Pulsar?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
I don't know where's the website.
Pulsar, it's
I
Pulsar
can't Google
editor.
it.
Pulsar editor, yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, go back on.
Pulsar editor. Pulsar edit.dev. Download. And then here you've got the linux.deb or the Windows exe file. Installer. Probably on macOS you can brew install Pulsar. Okay. Does Renardo make sound? Did you check? With the fox.editor you can check if it makes sound.
How do I make the sound?
Yeah, sorry. You can. Yeah, I'm talking about installation, but you can open the tutorial, and when you're in the editor, one of the cool things of Foxdot that make people use it, it's kind of beginner friendly because of those tutorials you can launch here, you know. And for example, playing notes. Yeah, you've got some basic code. It's a bit small, so I'm gonna increase font size. And yeah, P1 bit shift pluck means it's an operator that means that we play the synth pluck on the player P1, and you activate it with Ctrl and CtrlReturn. Okay, but did you manage to make a sound? Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay. All right. And there is still a lot of bugs. If you mess up your launch order, doesn't work. I will spend more time having a bulletproof way of starting all those things at some point.
Automatizzare questo.
Yeah.
Automatizzare.
Okay.
Però tratta una e uno. Ora fai l'8. Ora torna il 7. Cosa devo fare? 2 7. Cosa devo mettere? Barra? No.
Okay.
So in order to, sorry, probably wait till everyone is back. In order to run Pulsar,
Yeah.
Renardo on Pulsar, you said we need to set in Pulsar the path of the installation, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna show that, but I can show you first, and I do. All right. Yeah.
If you wanted to
Package manager. I think it's the website. Use another code editor. Pulsar. Yeah. Install Pulsar course editor. Install Pulsardo extension.
Ah, okay.
Pulsardo, and then you go to the options of Pulsardo, and you give it the path to your Python.
To my Python.
Yeah.
Because it's underneath there. Yeah. Okay. Alright.
Or the path of Renardo, actually, it works also. You give it, you can.
So you don't give the binary path, but the path to the virtual environment Python. Yeah?
You give it any path if you launch which Renardo.
Yeah, I mean, I did with Renardo, and it says.
Yeah, local bin.
But when I put this path there, it doesn't work. It says what's going on there.
So, but first I need to install Pulsardo.
Yeah.
Do you have your stuff available, or is it like stuff that you have for yourself?
I just opened the code like a few days ago, so you could.
I would love to have a look because I'm very curious what you could do with this idea.
The Python path, or I'm showing it again. Okay. Okay. Pulsardo. Okay. I don't know where all the people are, but let's say we don't have much time left, so so
Maybe just continue your planned presentation, and we'll figure out the.
maybe we don't install Pulsar, but I don't know. Because I would like to do some noises with this tool, not just installation, you know.
Yeah, then just do the normal editor that works.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but install package Pulsardo. Okay. And then when you install Pulsardo, you go to settings, and here you have to set up the executable path. And this executable path can be when you type Renardo, it depends on how you installed Renardo. If you use pipex, it's a strange path, and you find the path by typing which Renardo, gives you the Renardo path. Or you can find Python Renardo. Oh, this path works. Normally, if you use the local bin Renardo path, you put it inside Pulsar, and it just works. But also, if you use Python, and maybe you launch Renardo with python.m Renardo, then you just put your Python path, like which Python gives you user bin Python or Python 3. Ah, nice. And the error was what? Just.
I just did the part that you said, but I think I know what the problem was. I used, instead of home a lot, I used tilde. I think it didn't work with tilde, so you have to write the full part.
Okay, that's the point.
Like,
I should add it to the...
No, I mean, that's one line in comparison to...
Dear name, yes.
So you can hear it, and like you can just play with it and
You can try to launch Python. Sorry.
You probably need to start Renardo.
On Windows, you launch, as was Pedro saying, you can launch Python and use this, I think.
Yes.
Oh, that's a mess.
Yes.
No, I know. For me, yeah, I want to switch from the official editor here with an embedded version of Flock. Flock is this editor that our friends showed us before. It's a really nice editor in the browser, so maybe, I don't know, it's a work in progress, but I would like to have a nice editor we can use from the start and not messing up with strange things with Pulsar and stuff. But yeah. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I just show a bit of okay. Okay, I will keep that. Okay. Okay, let's say we have Renardo. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Starting the back end. And then I use this one. I have the same bug. Okay. Up. So in the Fox.editor, you've got the tutorial menu. Or in Renardo, you have the tutorials here. Sorry. I don't know.
Wait for a second.
Where would I look for the so it's like print synth-defs to get the list of the synth-defs in Renardo, right?
Yeah.
And then there's this great list, but where would I go to
to see the code. Yeah. You go to the yeah. It's not very practical. You go to your library path.
Yeah.
Which Renardo? You get your Renardo path. Then you can edit like nano, and you edit this path, and it gives you. Oh no! No, sorry. How did you install Renardo? Pipex.
Yeah, and so it's in.
So you've got a venv in Pipex,
Yeah.
and you go there,
And then Renardo,
and then you find the source code, and then you can edit the thing. That's okay. Because you want to change a synth-def.
I just want to look at them.
Yeah, you can look at them on GitHub if you like. If you don't want to edit them, you can just go to Renardo lib.
Yeah.
Renardo lib. And if you find Renardo lib on your computer, you go to Renardo lib, and then you've got OSC. And here you've got all the synth-defs here. And that's also something that would be nice. It would be to be able to edit the synth-defs live correctly. Yes.
I've checked, there's nobody out there.
Yeah, okay. People, they were getting some food, I think.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's their loss.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Renardo is like Foxdot. I didn't plan to do a beginner Foxdot workshop, but we can try some code if you like. So it's not just... okay, where is it? Where is it? Okay, yeah. New file, workshop.py. Okay, so in I just show you some stuff. Basic Foxdot Renardo stuff is that you choose a player, and each pairs of two letters or a letter and a number are already players. For example, AA is a player, or B1 is a player, or K7 is a player. I don't know. And then you put this operator to say which synth I want to play. I want to play, I don't know, B bass. Okay, it's a bass. And then if I play that, okay, I didn't launch Pulsar. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's because I have an alpha version. I play B bass, but it's not a bass because it's playing what? It's playing the 0 note. Okay. And to stop, you can use control dots or write clock.clear. Stops everything. Okay. Play some notes. But that So I play 4 notes in a list like that. And I play each note half a beat. So the tempo is clock.bpm equal 120. that's the bit rate, not the bit rate, the tempo, and okay. So if I want a bass, I can change the octave and use octave 3. All right, that's Foxdot. Some new thing is you can do a fade in, just a fade in. That's pretty useful, and you give the duration of the fade in.
And does fade in change amp or
Amplify.
Okay.
And I want to add a third parameter called volume. So we have
Yes.
amplify and volume, the n combination of 3 parameters, not 2, because fade in, all right, and final volume is 1. But you can have final volume is 0.3, so or 0.7.
Is it starting to the next, like, bar?
Yeah, starting to the next bar. All right, and then we could have we could do fade. F volume equal 1.5, and it will fade from the current volume to the new volume. Yeah, and if you fade out, it will stop the player at the end.
Nice for ending the performance.
Yeah, and that I'm talking about new feature. I don't know if some of you have already tried Foxdot and other not. I think no, or you all know Foxdot.
Also new.
Absolutely. Yeah, this
Yeah.
morning I put Foxdot on the machine for the first time and went,
All right.
Show
So
the sample player as well.
fade in, fade out. You can, when you download several sample packs, it's a feature from Jens. You can switch between sample packs. For example, yeah, that was a synthesizer. So sample packs are for samplers. So DD, I want to play, I don't know, drum, like.
Maybe show print samples first so that this can see like.
Yeah.
Can you print samples please, for the new ones to see what the different letters mean?
Oh yeah. Print samples. In Foxdot, every letter and every basic symbols are mapped to samples wave files. And in Renardo, those wave files are in the config folder. For example, on Windows is appdata Renardo samples. On Linux, it's in .config Renardo samples. And here you've got sample packs. And here there is 2 sample packs. And if I go to the first sample pack, and if you put samples wave files there, you can choose which wave file you want to play with the letters. For example, if I go to A, there is a path, like a path where you can find the sample, the wave files that are played when I play A. So I've got 5 wave files. So when I play A, I play the first of those wave files. Okay? All right. Parenthesis, there is an eclipse function. Eclipse 4 times every 16. It stops the loop for 4 times every 16 times.
That's nice. No
Yeah.
more endless var function.
Yeah, it's with the fade-in, and that is really the useful function to make your composition sound better than usual Foxtrot.
Can you use arrays instead of like
Eclipse? In Eclipse? No. No, you can still do amplify var stuff, but Eclipse is not. It's a quick. It's a shortcut. It's not. Okay. Okay. Imagine I want to play the second A in here. There is 5. I've got 5 wave files. If I want to play the second one, I can say that I want the sample equal 1. 0 is the first sample. Zero is the first sample. If I want to play the second one, I say sample equal 1, and I could play the first and the second samples. So that was a Foxtrot feature, and Jens added to pitch click fork. He added a parameter to choose between 2 sample packs, 2 big sample databases. So but I changed the name. So in Renardo it's SPack. SPack. I've got 2 sample packs, the first and the second. So I'm playing the first sample pack, okay. But I can use the second one by using these parameters.
And can you switch between sample packs? Okay. Just kicks.
Yeah, A is a kick in pitch glitch sample pack. All right, yeah, nice kick. I should use this one. All right, that's yeah. SPack is a feature that's not in vanilla Foxtrot. That's pretty nice because you can, if you start a new sound project, you can just create a copy of. You can just create a new sample pack with all your files. And I want to make the thing that if you call a letter that is not in your sample pack, it fallbacks to the default samples. So you can just add 3 or 4 waves you want to play in a new sample pack, but still use the vanilla.
I was thinking, when I was started, I had a conversation with somebody who wanted to do a own, like in Foxtrot, an own, like, small sample database of an analog instrument completely. So
yeah.
She wanted to set like for every like letter then a certain part of the instrument.
Yeah.
And now then you can actually have like sample packs of instruments or particular things.
And maybe voices, vocals, and this kind of stuff.
And then you can use okay. Just
anyway, I.
No, that's why I did SDP or SPack also, so you can actually use playing as an instrument, like, because
yeah. But it's yeah.
Just was a side note.
Okay. No, but I feel like if you want if you have in mind a feature that would be killer feature. I know, for example, Danny wants to. Well, it's basic, but for example, in Foxtrot you can do master dot amp.
It's master and brackets. Master and like opening and closing brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master dot. I don't use it, so master dot amp or master dot something, or for example. You can say default.root. No, default.root and or default scale, etc. And we wanted to add default.sustain, for example. So if you don't give any sustain, it's the default sustain. And to use this default to define any parameter as a default would be nice. That's just an example, but we can think about a lot of small features that are not hard to add. So please, if you have ideas about new feature, we can start issues in Renardo. So because there is all the work on making usable, and obviously during this workshop we saw that it's not totally ready. But there is also fun things to do, like adding some cool new language features. All right. All right. Not my best workshop anyway, but. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Broke it. Okay, there is bugs, so yeah. Yeah, it's now.
No, but I mean, if you need some time more, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit pissed and tired because yeah, but yeah. Anyway.
Well, the idea of the work, this part of the workshop is.
And in this alpha version, I can show you that. Okay, I start Reaper. Okay. Look, there is a Reaper integration. Reaper is a DAO that's not free and open source, but is very community driven still, and you can use it for free, even if you should pay it legally. And there is a Reaper template you can download. What I'm explaining here, it's a new page of the documentation I created yesterday about Reaper integration. I make it work on Linux. I don't know if it works on Windows or Mac OS. But it should, because Reaper works on... It should be possible to make it work on Windows. I just have to dig that. So Reaper is a DAO. And in Foxdot, you can... historically, you can use MIDI out, you know. MIDI out is a synth that sends MIDI to anything you want. Probably if you've tried Foxdot, you may have tried it. And you send MIDI notes to things, all right? And that's your job to send it in the right direction, etc. And I used that and the Python API of Reaper to make something more usable for live performance, and that's the Reaper integration. So once you have the alpha version of Renardo, you can launch Reaper. Just show you, but it's hard to make it work. You launch Reaper, you configure it to use Python here, and you configure it to have this basic set. This set has a master, mixer, and 16 channels for 16 instruments for the 16 MIDI channel you can have. You can have 16 instruments at the same time. Okay. And now when I start Renardo, the error disappeared because he found Reaper. Okay. And I can import some stuff to make it work. Sorry. I import some stuff. Okay. And now in Reaper, I need a preset, for example, an FX chain. It's called an FX chain. For example, I don't know, an acid base. I'd like an acid base. Okay, base 303. Okay, all right. This is an acid base. Okay, but it's a plug. You can use any plugin. I use Vital a lot. That's Vital. It's a synth that's great. But now I have a new function that I can use is acid base is equal at instantiate channel 1. I want to instantiate in channel 1. I want to instantiate base 3031. The name of my preset I created in Reaper manually. All right.
You can use like Reaper scenes in Pulsar.
Yeah, and now I did that, right? And then it creates the synth for me here, and it's mapped between Foxdot and Reaper. And now I can use it as a new synth in Reaper. For example, B1. Okay, the MIDI has to be connected manually, and Reaper has to get out to the sound card. Okay. Super collider. Yeah, that's Reaper integration, and any parameter you see in the plugin here, you can just call it snake case name, and it will call the parameter. You don't have to map it manually.
My mind is blown.
Okay. Yeah, and this feature, yeah, it's the killer feature of Renardo. So you can try it. It's hard to install, but I don't know.
Is there any way that we can also do something similar with Arduino?
No, because you cannot control Arduino in Python. Sorry, I tried. I wanted to find all the options, and it's really Reaper is the only option that fits. Like there is an API, it works on Windows, Mac, Linux. It's kind of free, even if it's not free. And also it's a very good software. Like Reaper is really good software.
This was impressive, actually.
Yeah. No, then I think we can do next step music production with that. You know, like. Yeah, I always perform with that. But it's not. Yeah. Yeah, like you know. Yeah. No, I think it's interesting to still have a scene depth, but yeah, for for mainstream electronic music, yeah, obviously Vital is better.
You can maybe also connect some MIDI controller so that you can also twist the knobs of reverb with physical knobs.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Yeah.
I mean, this is next league. This is I absolutely love it. Totally installing it, maybe even.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. You want to try this Reaper integration tomorrow if you're here, and you want me to help you